Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. This is Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we are discussing, once again, we are how many days away from, Celebrity Big Brother 3 ending, and we still have no postseason interviews from Mr. Todrick Hall. However, he is working overtime to promote this tour. So remember the other day I did a video where Todrick was trying to make it seem as though this tour was sold out or that certain tour dates were sold out. Meanwhile, he is saying in the last post that he did that tickets are still available. So if tickets are still available, then it is not sold out. Like, make it make sense. Stop lying to the fans. Stop lying to the followers. Sold out means that you cannot purchase any tickets and that there is such a demand for you that the organizers of your tour are, in the process of adding more tour dates. That is not the case for you. So, again, I'm just tired of the lies. I'm tired of, the fraudulent activities and everything else. And so somebody called out in the comments, they're like, who in the hell is actually buying tickets and to see you do what? I saw enough of you to last me the rest of my life. And so Todrick replies, buy a ticket and find out. Although I thought it was sold out the other day, Todrick. Or unfollow me. Kind of odd that you're saying you saw enough, yet you're still following to see more. I'm fine either way. It's a great show. Your loss. Mwah. You guys, this is such a hot mess. This is honestly such a hot mess. And then there was a picture of Todrick with all of the dancers. And guess who's one of the dancers? Miss Christine. The same Christine that was supposed to be on BB23 that had the false positive, with the bald head. So she's going to be one of the dancers. And it was funny because somebody left a comment that was like, oh, Christine, now she's going to miss 2 paychecks within the year. Because obviously she didn't get paid for Big Brother since she didn't make the cast. Well, made the cast, but then couldn't make the show. So she couldn't get paid. And of course, the rumors about Todrick not paying his dancers and not paying his personnel. This is just really bad. This is just absolutely incredibly awful and horrible on so many levels. But at this point, and somebody said, I want to say that allegedly at this dance practice that Todrick is claiming that he's going to have his lawyers look into anybody that's spreading false information about him and go after them. And my thing is this, nobody is spreading anything false. How can we spread anything false if we are reporting on the comments that you actually made that were beyond the scope of the game, below the belt, and completely out of bounds? And you have not taken any accountability. If you've taken no remorse, you and Misha are all trying to make this sound like this was gameplay only and everything else. You have yet to apologize to Shayna of all people, and it just looks really bad. It looks really bad. It looks like you do not give a shit, excuse my language, about anything that is going on, and you're just hoping that it gets to the point that everybody forgets about you by the time the next season of Big Brother rolls around, and I don't foresee that being a thing. I truly don't, because there are too many people who are keen on exposing you. There are too many people that you've pissed off. There are too many people that are disappointed in you that want to see you take some accountability. People would stop going hard if you did an interview and actually took accountability and apologized. But the fact that you are selectively hiding from the Big Brother community and choosing to promote this tour instead, which shows that you are available to do some things, it's a slap in the face to the fans. So they're going to stay on your neck until you address them. That's how this works. And I think somebody else was saying that he was upset about the comments and that BB Twitter is ruthless. I thought you were a super fan of the show. A super fan of the show knows that BB Twitter, BB Reddit anything BB that involves a platform for the community to speak goes hard in the paint. And part of why we like this show is for the drama, but also it gives us the opportunity on the live feeds to see you for who you really are. Now, we understand that people are not perfect. We don't expect people to be perfect human beings. We all are flawed in one way or the other. There's no such thing as perfection. There's only one person who has perfection. And so therefore, but there's a difference between somebody who is flawed, that makes mistakes, who may make bad game moves, and the difference between somebody who is just hateful and miserable and calls people names, slut shames people, calls them everything but a child of God, like just completely obliterates somebody for simply existing. That's where the problems are. Or if it's just blatant misogyny, or if it's just blatant racism or whatever, that's what people call out. So people are not wrong to be pissed at you and how you were moving in the Big Brother house. But this whole thing where you're trying to compartmentalize it and make it all sound like it was gameplay is whack. And then also, Tiffany and Hannah were in the group picture of the dancers, which I just found hilarious. So obviously they were at the dance rehearsals. And Hannah was even in the comments on Todrick's page shouting out dancers and everything else. But people, of course, called her out again because they're like, you didn't have the same energy on Twitter. Meanwhile, you're hiding on Todrick's page on Instagram, doing all this stuff. So she got tired of the heat and deleted her comments. But here's what I don't understand. You basically were MIA while Todrick was on the show, because I think when Kylan and Tiffany were initially doing supportive posts about Todrick and then the fans came for them and then they stopped, you were MIA or whatever, or you were still trying to like double down, and then you realized it wasn't a good look. Then you liked Whitney's comments and the drama with her and Derek F. And then you unliked those comments. And now you want to go back to publicly supporting Todrick, and obviously you and Tiffany still support Todrick as you guys are still going to his dance rehearsals and everything else. But the moment that somebody calls you out in the comments, you can't take the heat and delete your comment. Like, are you going to stand for something, or are you going to just fall for anything? Like, I just need to know what side of the pendulum you swing, Hannah, because I don't understand the flip-flopping. I don't get it. If you want to stay in your truth and continue to live at Todrick's mansion and support him and go see him on tour and this and that, you don't need our permission to do so. But we're going to call you out if you're going to be a flip-flopper. And we're going to call you out if you're not going to keep the same energy about certain things, but then have the nerve to stay at somebody's house that said that they were using you for clout on the live feeds, that they had no clue what the cookout was or anything about it, which again goes back to my point that no, Todrick has not watched every single season of Big Brother. I don't consider him a super fan, because why doesn't he know anything about last season until it was trending on Facebook? And basically said, and essentially said on the live feeds, he was looking to get clout off of you guys, which worked out for him in the sense that he was able to make the show after real celebrities dropped out once the budget got dropped. So there's that. But I just don't understand what the point of it is now. Like, if you are not staying there, if you're not going on any of the CBS spinoff shows that are going to be filming soon, why are you still at his mansion? What is happening? So it's just very weird. It's very weird. It's very bizarre behavior. I don't understand it. Either own your truth, post pictures and videos with Todrick if you're going to be his ride or die now, or keep completely everything off social media and nobody will have a reason to go in on you. But it's just unfortunate that, you know, we like the cookout, most of the cookout, and, you know, certain members of the cookout are really just taking it to a whole nother level, postseason that is really turning so many fans off, unfortunately. And I understand, obviously, now that some time has passed, and we knew from the live feeds that the cookout wasn't as close as they wanted to make it seem, but it's just apparent more than ever the obvious division that is within the cookout. And it's unfortunate to see certain people that you liked and respected and you thought were of a certain way, of a certain moral compass, are completely going against that in this postseason. So it's uncomfortable. It's sad to watch. Because had we known certain people were going to turn into clout chasers, we would have voted differently. Just saying. We would have voted very differently. So there's that. But let me know your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think of Todrick Hall still being MIA in all things Celebrity Big Brother, still avoiding, ducking, and diving from postseason interviews, but has the energy to go at people who come for him, and talking about him promoting this tour that he flip-flops from day to day, from saying it's sold out to saying you can still get tickets. So what are your guys' thoughts? What are your guys' thoughts on some of the cookout being in these group pictures with the dancers? That they were quiet once they got called out, for trying to support Todrick in his problematic ways, but clearly are still supporting him if you were still at his mansion and still going to his tour rehearsals well after this show is over. So there's that. But let me know your guys' thoughts. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys again very soon.